Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this video. So today we are going to be talking about a P0700 code. And if you guys have this code, your car is probably shifting kind of weird. And on top of that, you got a check engine light and you probably want a quick fix for it. So we're going to go into why you have that code and how you guys can fix it, what causes it, etc, etc. So essentially, the P0700 code is transmission control system malfunction. That is essentially what the code is. The purpose of an automatic transmission is essentially to balance out the engine's optimum power and torque characteristics to the driver's acceleration and speed by auto selecting different gear ratios of speeds to power the wheels. So when you have this P0700 code, it pretty much means that the PCM, the powertrain computer, the car's computer is indicating that there is a greater specified RPM difference between the speed of the input RPM sensor and transmission output RPM sensor. This essentially can occur during shifting or when driving at steady speeds in the same gear, and it is often synonymous with a slipping transmission, and you probably have a slipping transmission as a result of this code. So essentially, these are what the symptoms are of this code. Chances are you probably have a check engine light or at least a code in the system. Your vehicle is not going to be able to shift smoothly or properly. You're going to get a decrease in the fuel economy. But in some cases, you might not notice too much of an effect on the drivability of your vehicle, but you will get a check engine light and you will get that code. And sometimes there could be some issues with how the vehicle drives, especially when coming to a stop after driving on a freeway, or you might have some misfire symptoms. So let's talk about what you guys can look at if you guys have this this code, and how you guys can fix fix your vehicle with this code. So essentially, what you could have is a defective shift solenoid. And if you guys have another code with this P07 code, it'll give you a pretty good indication of what causes it. Sometimes it's just a P0700 code, sometimes it's a P0700 with a couple other codes associated with solenoids, transmission, maybe even a misfire code or whatever. But you could also have a defective engine coolant temperature sensor. If that's the case, you probably will have another code with that. If not, that's an easy thing to change if you guys can change that out. You could have a defective valve body, or you could have dirty transmission fluid that actually keeps that clogs up the fluid from smoothly going through the system. Now, unfortunately, if you guys have newer vehicles with this code, a lot of vehicles don't actually come equipped with a transmission fluid dipstick, so it might be a little bit difficult to check on that. A lot of these things are easy to look up, look at, or swap out. Unfortunately, these days they make it so a little bit more difficult for you to do it yourself. A lot of people who actually get this code think that they might have an engine misfire, and it might be easy to think that way because you might have a couple of codes for an engine misfire. But if you have the P0700 code with engine misfire codes, probably should just stick with the P0700 codes and rather not the engine misfire codes. You might have you might think you might have mechanical transmission issues mechanically with your vehicle, and maybe driveline problems. All of these are essentially what people might think of shifting issues. But if you guys know transmissions in general these days, they're electronically controlled, so most of the time it's not something that's mechanically an issue with your transmission, but something that's probably the transmission fluid, the transmission filter that might be clogged, possibly some solenoids, possibly something that is electronically controlled. Obviously, if you guys don't fix this issue, you're gonna have mechanical issues with your transmission. In any case, if you guys have any questions, definitely check out the comment section. Leave a comment in the comment section. Please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, and I hope this has helped you guys out with your P0700 code. All right, guys, take care.